Good afternoon, everyone. So, today we are going to start chapter number 20, that is locomotion and movement. First of all, understand the difference between movement and locomotion. Clear? Movement, like just suppose I'm moving my hand. I am on my place only, but I'm moving my body parts. This is movement. I'm just standing here. I'm blinking my eyes. This is movement. Clear? If you are swinging your hand like this is movement. So, movement basically when you are not changing your position, you are on your position only. You are just moving your body parts. Clear? While in locomotion, there is change in position. If I am walking, that is locomotion. If I am dancing and I am changing my position, that is locomotion. Am I clear with the difference? What is the difference between movement and locomotion? Now, for movement, our body is having muscles, right? So in this chapter, we have to study about the skeletal muscle. First of all, let us talk about what are muscles. Muscles, these are the specialized tissue which are present in our body. Okay, they are mesodermal in origin. We have discussed about ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. So from the mesoderm, muscles are made up of. Clear? Even if I talk about the body weight, then 40 to 50% of your body weight is entirely due to muscles. Just imagine, whatever your body weight is, out of that, 40 to 50% is of the muscles only. Clear? Now, let me talk about the different types of muscle. So there are different types of muscles on the basis of different criteria. Suppose my first criteria is on the basis of location. Where are the muscles located? According to that, muscles are of three types: skeletal muscle, visceral muscle, and cardiac muscle. As the name suggests, skeletal muscles are the muscles that are closely associated with the skeletal components of the body. Clear? These muscles, these are cylindrical in shape, like this. These are multinucleated, having many nuclei. This is syncytium condition. Many nuclei are there. This is syncytium condition. Clear? Now, it is having alternate light and dark band. Dark band, light band. Dark band, light band. Dark band, light band. So in the skeletal muscle, alternate light and dark band are present. These bands are due to proteins. We'll discuss about those proteins in this chapter. Okay, so the dark band is there, then light band is there, dark band is there, light band is there. So these bands, these are known as striations. Am I clear? Now, skeletal muscle, these are voluntary muscle. These are under the will of human being. Now next is visceral muscle. Visceral muscles are present in the visceral organs. Visceral organ means internal body organs. So basically visceral muscles are present in the walls of the hollow visceral organs. Clear? In the visceral muscles, striations are absent. They are not having alternate light band, dark band. Clear? And they are having one nuclei. They look like this, spindle shaped. Clear? They are having one nuclei and they are not having any kind of light and dark band. They are not having any kind of striation. and these are involuntary. These are not under the will of human being. Like these are present in your digestive tract, in your reproductive tract. If you want to move your ova on your own, you can't. Why? Because their visceral muscles are present that are not under your control. Clear? Okay, now let us talk about cardiac muscle. As the name suggests, cardiac muscles are present in our heart. Clear? These muscles are branched like that. Clear? Now, these are having striations, alternate light and dark bands are present in cardiac muscle. So these are having alternate light and dark band. Clear? And second thing, cardiac muscles are involuntary. We can't control the movement of our heart. Clear? So cardiac muscles are involuntary in nature. So these are the three different types of muscle. In this chapter, in our topic, skeletal muscles are there. So we have to discuss the structure of skeletal muscle and mechanism of contraction of skeletal muscle. Clear? Now, I told you the different types of muscle on the basis of location. Now let us talk about different types of muscle on the basis of appearance, how they look. So on the basis of appearance, muscles are of two types, striated and unstriated. Like I told you now only. Striated muscles are the muscles in which the striations are present. Alternate light and dark bands are present. While in case of unstriated muscles, striations are absent. Alternate light and dark bands are absent. So basically in striated muscle, skeletal muscle will come and cardiac muscle will come. And in unstriated, visceral muscle will come. Clear? Now, again the muscles are of two types on the basis of their function. Involuntary and voluntary. Involuntary muscles are the muscles that are not under the will of the human being. We can't control their activity. Clear? But voluntary muscles are those muscles that can move according to our will. Now involuntary muscles, again I told you, visceral muscle and cardiac muscle. These two are involuntary. We can't control their contraction. Okay. And the voluntary muscles are skeletal muscle. Am I clear? Now, let us start the topic skeletal muscle. First of all, let us talk about the structure of a skeletal muscle. As I told you, skeletal muscles are the muscles that are closely associated with the skeletal system. Right? So, if I see the microscopic structure of a skeletal muscle, then the skeletal muscle, if you see the skeletal muscle, then just see a cross section of the skeletal muscle, you will just see this. Suppose here I am drawing. Okay, in the cross section of a skeletal muscle, you will see bundles. First bundle, second bundle, like this, bundles are there. These bundles are known as muscle bundles. What have I done? Suppose here is your arm. Clear? Now, skeletal muscle are closely associated with your skeleton system. Suppose here is your bone. Okay, that is present in your upper arm. This bone is humerus. Here skeletal muscle will be present, suppose like this. So what I have done, I have taken this skeletal muscle and I have taken its cross section. When you see its cross section, obviously it will be circular. There is a structure like this. If you want to see the cross section, just cut it and see the structure. And inside you will see there are bundles, that is muscle bundles. Clear? And obviously if these are bundles, then bundles are made up of something. So actually these bundles, these are made up of the muscle fiber. Clear? Means muscle fiber are there, they just make a bundle. One bundle, second bundle, third bundle, fourth bundle, like this. So inside the muscle bundle, you'll see there are muscle fibers. Am I clear? Basically, muscle fibers, they make up the bundle. It looks like this, but actually these are cylindrical. We are just observing the cross section like this. Just observe it from the top. It will appear circular. Clear? Now, so in the cross sectional view of a muscle bundles are present, and these bundles are made up of the muscle fiber. Clear? Now, the muscle bundle, they are known as fascicles. These muscle bundle, this is the first muscle bundle, or I can say this is the first fascicle. This is the second fascicle. This is the fascicle. This is the fascicle. And all the fascicles, all the bundles, obviously these are joined by a connective tissue. So here there is a collagenous connective tissue. This connective tissue connects the muscle bundles. And this connective tissue is known as fascia. Am I clear? In your muscle, bundles are present. These bundles are known as fascicles, and these bundles are made up of the muscle fiber. So now let us talk about the structure of a muscle fiber. Clear? This. Again I am saying this is a tube. Now, if I talk about the muscle fiber, then as you know, the cells are surrounded by the cell membrane. They are having the cytoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum, everything. In the similar way, these are cell only. Muscle fiber are muscle cell. So obviously they will be having cytoplasm, they will be having cell membrane. But their cytoplasm has been given a special name. Their cell membrane has been given a special name. Am I clear? For the muscle fiber, their cell membrane is known as sarcolemma. Sarco word is used for the muscle actually. So their membrane is known as sarcolemma. Again, these are having a cytoplasm. That cytoplasm is known as sarcoplasm. They will be having endoplasmic reticulum. That endoplasmic reticulum is known as sarcoplasmic reticulum. Am I clear with these concepts? And inside, like I told you in the definition of skeletal muscle, these are syncytium. They are having many nuclei. So obviously the muscle cells, listen, muscle cells are there, muscle fibers are there, these make a bundle. So that's why I have assigned them bundle. One bundle, two bundle, third bundle, like this. Bundles are there in the muscle. Okay, in the muscle you will see bundle. These bundles are made up of muscle cell. Now we are talking about the structure of a muscle cell or a structure of a muscle fiber. They are having cytoplasm, that is sarcoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum, that is sarcoplasmic reticulum. They are multinucleated, that is many nucleus are present in them. Clear? Now let us talk about the internal structure of the muscle fiber in detail. If you see inside the muscle fiber, then that muscle fiber is further made up of filament. Inside, if I take out this muscle fiber, this is a tube obviously, I am just telling you. From the top it is appearing circular, but this is a tube. If you observe this tube like this is a tube. Then in this tube, further filaments are present like this. First filament, second filament, like this. These filaments that are present in the muscle cell, these are known as myofibril or myofilament. Am I clear? Just understand it properly. We are having muscle, in the muscle bundles are present. Okay, these bundles are made up of muscle cell. If we will study the detailed structure of a muscle cell, then its cytoplasm is sarcoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum is sarcoplasmic reticulum. It is having many nuclei. Now this muscle cell, this muscle fiber, it is having many filament like I have drawn. These filaments are known as myofibril. So now let us talk about the structure of the myofibril in detail. Okay, let us talk about the structure of a myofibril. Clear? A myofibril is having alternate light and dark band. As I told you, striated muscles are skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscles show striations, alternate light and dark band. So that is what I am telling you. The myofibril, it is having alternate light and dark band. Light bands are there, dark bands are there. Clear? Now these bands are made up of some special proteins due to which they are light and dark. The light band, it is made up of actin protein. There are two contractile proteins, actin protein and myosin protein. The light bands, they are made up of actin protein. Clear? And dark band is made up of myosin protein. Light band is also known as I band, isotropic band. Its other name is I band. And dark band is known as A band, an isotropic band. Light band is thinner, while the dark band is thicker. Am I clear? In the myofibril, dark and light bands are present. Light band contains actin and is thinner filament and is known as I band. The dark band contains the myosin protein. It is thicker and its other name is A band. Clear? Now let me draw its structure. Here I band. So I band and A band, these are present alternatively in the myofibril. I band, I band, I band, like this. Clear? I band, I band, I band, I band, like this. Again here I band, I band. Now let me make the A band. A band is thicker. I told you now only A band is thicker. It is present here. A band. This is A band. It is thicker, so that's why I am shading it. Is it fine? So this is A band. I band and A band are parallel to each other. You can just see. They are parallel to the longitudinal axis of the muscle fiber also. And they are alternate. I band, A band, I band, A band, I band, A band. So here I am shading. Just see here. This is your A band. This is thicker, you can just clearly see. This is A band, which is made up of the myosin protein. This is I band. From here till here. This portion which is under A band, it is not counted under I band. Okay, till here we are having I band. Is it fine? Dark band called A band, which is thicker. I band, that is thinner band. Clear? Now these are due to proteins only. In the center of the I band, there is present a fiber like this that bisects it. You understand the meaning of bisect? To cut into two equal halves. So in the center of the I band, there is a fiber, and that is known as Z line. Here also I band is there, so in the center there will be a line. Clear? This is Z line. Now this is a Z line. Understand? This is a Z line. This area, this from here till here, this area is known as a sarcomere, and sarcomere is the functional unit of your muscle. Clear? Sarcomere is the functional unit of muscle. Now, as I told you, in the center of the eye line, in the center of the eye band, a Z line is present. Z line is nothing a fiber only that bisects the eye band. Clear? Now, in the center of the A band, there is also present a fiber like this. In the center of the A band, again there is present a fiber, and that fiber makes the M line. Clear? This is the structure of a myofibril. Now, next thing. Here you can see the thicker filament is somewhat overlapping the thinner filament. This area, just see this area. Now this muscle, this myofibril is in the resting stage. In the resting stage, a part of the thinner filament is being covered by the thicker filament. Okay, just leave this covered area. Leave this area. Now we are left with this area from here till here, where overlapping is not there basically. So now just see in this area, overlapping is not there. In the resting stage, in this area, the thicker filament overlaps the thinner filament. While in this area you can just see overlapping is not there. This area is known as H zone, where overlapping is not there. Am I clear with this point? I am repeating it once again. We have to study the structure of skeletal muscle. If you see the cross-sectional view of the skeletal muscle, then the skeletal muscle, it is having bundles, and in those bundles muscle cells are present, muscle fibers are present. If you see the internal structure of the muscle fiber in detail, then the muscle fiber are further having myofibril. So now we are studying the structure of a myofibril. A myofibril is having alternate light and dark band. Light band, that is the eye band, isotropic band. It contains actin. This is eye band. Clear? Then there is dark band, which is known as A band. There is a line in the center of the eye band. There is a line in the center of the A band. Clear? Now in the resting stage, the A band overlaps the I band. The area where the A band is not overlapping the I band, that area is known as H zone. And the distance between two Z lines is known as sarcomere. This is the functional unit of muscle. Clear? Now let us talk about the actin and myosin protein and other kind of proteins also. Okay, now let us talk about the structure of contractile protein. In case of muscles, two types of contractile proteins are present: actin protein and myosin contractile protein. Clear? As I told you, now only actin contractile protein is present in the I band and the myosin contractile protein is present in the A band, right? So now let us talk about their structure one by one. First of all, let us talk about the structure of actin contractile protein. Actin contractile protein is made up of two F-actins. And these two F-actins, these are helically coiled over one another. Just see here, this is first F-actin. Okay, now this is second F-actin. So basically in the actin contractile protein, two F-actins are there which are helically coiled over one another. Now let us talk about the structure of one F-actin. You can just see here. One F-actin is like this. I have drawn it like this, right? So here you can see this is a polymer which is made up of the monomeric units. These circles, they represent the monomeric unit, that is G-actin. So each F-actin is made up of the monomeric unit, that is G-actin. Clear? Now this is F-actins and this is these two F-actins, they together helically coiled and make up the actin contractile protein. Now in the actin of contractile protein, two more proteins are present. One is tropomyosin and second is troponin. Okay, this is the actin contractile protein. Now on the actin contractile protein, one protein is present, that is tropomyosin. Now like this, on this actin protein, a tropomyosin is present. Just see here, like that. Tropomyosin is present. Is it fine? Next is troponin. On the F-actin, on the actin contractile protein, if you will see, troponin protein is also present, like this. And this troponin protein, it masks the active site of the actin. Clear? When the muscle is in the relaxed stage, at that time, this troponin, it masks the active site of the actin, so that the myosin will not bind with it. Is that fine? So in the actin, two F-actins are present, which are helically coiled. Then there is tropomyosin and there is troponin. So this makes up the actin contractile protein. Clear? Now let us talk about the myosin contractile protein. So now, if I talk about the structure of the myosin contractile protein, it looks like this. Just see here. Here. It is a polymer which is made up of the monomer units, and the monomer units is known as meromyosin. So here I am drawing the structure of one meromyosin. Clear? One meromyosin is made up of these structures, these two structures, like this. Just see here. One meromyosin is this. Okay, like this the meromyosins, they will join and it results in the formation of myosin. Now if I talk about the structure of meromyosin, then it is having three parts. This is head. Okay, this is the middle part and this is the tail. Its head, it is having here ATP binding site, and it is an ATPase. Okay, here the ATP binding site is present and it is an ATPase. Clear? The initial part, this, and this is the back part. Okay, this initial part, this is also known as the cross arm. So like this, many meromyosins, they used to join and it results in the formation of the myosin protein. Am I clear with the structure of actin protein and the myosin protein? Thank you.